Hi and welcome to Hoxton Therapy. This is a narration of one of our articles. Overcoming depression. A very well-known and popular magazine called Psychology Today recently stated to its readers that if we do not have the mental health, we would not have the health at all. Over the last 10 or more years, it has been discovered that more and more people have been diagnosed with depression. Research has shown that every 1 in 4 persons throughout the whole of the United States of America will have experienced some form of severe depression throughout their lifetime. Unfortunately, overcoming depression is not as easy as people have often assumed. Have a look at the approaches we have come up with to assist you in taking control over the depression that you are experiencing. Mental health is something that is a major part of our routines that we do every day. Ask yourself about specific questions. What do you do to look after and control your mental health? What do you do to help remove the symptoms that can cause depression? In this article, or this recording, we will have a look at how those with depression can come up with approaches that will help them in overcoming depression. Pay attention to what you can do well. There are a large number of times in life where we can often pay too much attention to the negative things or people in our lives or around us. When we pay too much attention to the negative things, our confidence and self-esteem levels drop very quickly. Once our confidence and self-esteem does drop, it can be very easy to fall into depression. The thing to ask ourselves then is, what do we do to pay attention on the positive things rather than which is negative? Psychology Today suggests, before going to bed, make a list of a couple things that you know you succeed at. Don't think too much about this. An example could be, a friend of mine forgot to text me to say he could not come around today. Instead of getting angry about this, I decided to ask another friend to see if they could come. When overcoming depression, it is very worthwhile looking at a particular situation from a positive point of view. Don't worry about the negative things that might have been in that situation. Doing this simple thing will help you in overcoming depression. Do this as often as you can. You'll be surprised at how quickly this works. Watch out and be careful of rumination. Another article also advises that there are a lot of ruminators that can keep those with depression in a depressive rut. This is because their negativity often prevents them from trying to solve difficulties and issues in a positive way. Rumination usually takes place when people are always thinking too much about a situation. This is a good way to end up in depression. So what can be done to prevent rumination from occurring so that you can be much less depressed? Well, always remember that rumination will not give you a better way of looking at things. Only do small things when working on solving difficulties and issues. Avoid thinking about negative things that are in your experiences. Don't have high expectations of those you interact with. Remove goals that cannot be achieved and goals that are not healthy for you. Come up with several means of social support. Stress is one of the major things that can cause depression. We need to go deeper within ourselves to bring us into the depth to find a way that nature wants us to be. We can be in control of ourselves and be strong again. We can and we will resolve what we have lost. Learn to handle our mood, physical strength and health. Nature knows when somebody is experiencing depression and other known diseases. The immune and the hormone symptoms can be trapped into when necessary. All it takes is believing and breathing exercises, and we will feel great again. That is all. Have a go at using your imagination. Imagine receiving some encouraging words from someone you know. Imagine yourself being in a super happy state. Imagine yourself sitting there with peace in your heart and in your mind. Whilst these things are not big, it is the small and simple things that can play a major role in assisting us in thinking about a positive future. The positive future will have many good and happy things to come. Don't be afraid and have a go at using your imagination. This is not just limited to our kids or artists or who like to dream dreams. Imagination is for everybody. It can be used to create exciting futures, even in the down and depressive times. It can also be used to come up with the future story for a new life to come, or be used to give some sense of hope. Have a go at reaching out and staying connected with others. receiving suitable support and assistance is vital when it comes to overcoming depression. In saying that, it can be very hard to seek help and support when experiencing this condition. When a person is depressed, more often than not, they will stay away from people and avoid connecting with them. They will even keep away from those who know them well. This can make it hard for whoever is involved. Those with depression might find it too tiring to communicate with others. They may also feel guilt or embarrassed, particularly if they have avoided important relationships in their lives. This, however, is simply the condition of depressed doing the talking. It is important to remain connected with people. It is also vital to do as much social activities as possible. It is amazing how much good these things can do. Your outlook and mood will improve drastically in a good way. Please understand that connecting and reaching out to other people does not mean that you are being or doing too much for other people. Those who know you well will love you and would love to do what they can to assist and support you. If you would rather not turn and communicate with them, know that it is worthwhile creating a brand new friendship or relationship with those who you do not know yet. This will be a great way to give a greater support network. You will be amazed at how much you can learn from the new people in your life. A few other things you can do to remain connected with others regularly include the following. Take part in some volunteering somewhere. Ask a friend or relative to contact you as often as possible. Telephone a friend you can have not spoken to for a while and send them an email. Have a deep and meaningful conversation with a clergy member, a sports trainer, a teacher, or another employee in your workplace. Tell someone you trust what you are feeling at the moment. Go with a friend or relative to see a concert or a movie. Join a club of interest or a class of a new hobby you would like to try. This is a great way to come across and meet new people at work. Go on a dinner date with someone once a week or once a fortnight. Go out for a drink or for lunch with someone you are close to. Do some exercise with an exercise buddy who can keep you motivated to do this. Have a go at creating a wellness toolbox. The purpose of this activity is to create a number of things that can and will help improve the mood that you may be in. The more things you come up with or to overcome depression, the better it will be. See if you can come up with a few different things every day, whether you are feeling good or not. Some ideas might include the following. Sit there and listen to your favourite music. Write down the good qualities you like about yourself. Spend some time with an animal. See and have a conversation with a relative or close friend. Do something completely random that you would not normally do. Get out and about in nature. Work on some small jobs that have been neglected. Spend some time reading an enjoyable book. Have a good relaxing long bath. Watch a humorous television show or movie to get you laughing. Make sure that you are eating well and healthy. Stop consuming foods that will affect your body in nasty ways and replace them with good things. Limit alcohol, trans fats and caffeine. Never miss meals. If you are not eating the right meals at the right time, this is a great way to get you feeling tired and irritable. Always consume something every 3 to 4 hours or so. Limit refined carbs and sugar. Many people have to eat snacks that are full of sugar and consume comfort foods to try and make themselves better again. But this really has a terrible effect on energy levels and the mood. Do your best to remove as many of these types of foods as you can. Try consuming more vitamin B foods. Eggs, citrus fruit, chicken, leafy greens and beans are a great food that contain vitamin B. Try including more of these into your diet. Improve your moods with foods that contain omega-3 fatty acids in them. These things are vital when it comes to taking control of our mood. The foods that contain omega-3 include cold water fish oil supplements, salmon, tuna, herring, sardines, mackerel, and anchovies. Get out into the sun as much as possible. A good amount of sun will increase your serotonin levels drastically. Your mood will also be improved greatly. Always try and get out as often as you can during the daylight so that you can get some good sun on your body. At the very least, aim to get no less than 15 minutes every day. Avoid wearing sunglasses if possible, and remember to put some sunscreen on. Get out and about for a good walk during the morning tea or lunch break. have a drink outside, eat some good food outside, or get out into the garden. Exercise could also be done outside. Consider going for a long walk or a hike. Have a go at a game of tennis or golf with someone you know. When at work or home, try and get as much natural light into the building as you can. Sit near windows and be sure to open the curtains and blinds as much as possible. A light therapy box could also work, particularly when there is not much sun available. Consider challenging any negative thinking that might creep in. Do you have time where you think you are weak? That you can't do anything about the negative things that happen? That there is nothing that you can do about your situation? Unfortunately, depression is a condition that will allow negative thoughts to creep in about everything in your life. You'll find yourself thinking negatively about yourself, and you will find yourself doubting future expectations. Have a go at practicing a range of different mindfulness exercises. A mind that has experienced depression of any kind will often always concentrate on what might be wrong. It will focus on the worries and the negative things that they might think may take place in the future. This type of thought cycle will only cause a person to be miserable. It certainly will not help in overcoming depression. Mindfulness is something that will cause a person to pay attention to what is happening right now. This is something that has to be practiced regularly. Our brains are always having a lot of thoughts running around. Paying close attention to what is happening right now is not a natural thing to do at all. Having a go at getting your senses and thoughts into the here and now. Pay attention to the smells, the tastes, the sounds and touches, and the sights around you. Doing this will soon begin to take away the worry that is on your mind. Do all that you can to distract yourself from thinking too much. You will be surprised at how well keeping busy can help in overcoming depression. Give cognitive therapy a go. This type of therapy is fantastic when dealing with depression. The idea of it is to look at what it is that can bring about your depression. The counsellor you are seeking will assist you in how you can work out what thought patterns are being used. They will also be able to work out dangerous ideas that are in your thoughts. The purpose of this is to get you to come up with different ways of thinking. They'll soon be more helpful and realistic to you after participating in cognitive therapy. Consider putting all of your thoughts on a witness stand. When you know what the negative thought patterns are that may be developing and resulting in depression, the next thing to do is to begin asking challenging questions. Some of these questions might include, if I did not have depression, how would I see the situation? If someone I know had similar thoughts, what would I say to them? What is another way of seeing the situation? How else can I explain this? When you challenge your negative thinking, you'll soon realise how quickly the negative thoughts disappear. Are you doing this? A new and improved perspective will assist in overcoming depression you have in your life. For some people, overcoming depression can be difficult. Even after trying a wide range of things, will still be possible for the depression to get worse. It may come down to the fact that you need to get professional help, support, or assistance. Please understand that getting professional assistance will not mean that you are weak or pathetic. When in depression, negative thinking may cause a person to feel lost. But the good news is that depression can overcome. It is possible to start to feel better in due time. If you are already getting professional assistance, it is always worth considering the above tips for overcoming depression. These things may still be included in your recovery plan. In fact, it may even make the recovery plan quicker and stop the depression from coming back again in the future. It is, however, very important to remember that overcoming depression will require effort. It will not happen with the click of your fingers, just like that. Your professional assistance therapist will not be able to do all of it for you. You are the one that can make things happen, with as much help and support from others as possible along the way. Hi, we hope you enjoyed that narration of one of our articles on our website, hoxtontherapy.com. As usual, we have our podcast, which answers your question, and the name of the podcast is the Ask Hoxton Therapy Show. You can ask us questions on social media, and we will answer those questions in upcoming either video content, and of course, when our video content's done, our podcast content audio is done as well. So stay safe out there. It's COVID-19 at the moment. Till next time, goodbye. Never act on any advice given in these articles, videos or audios. Always seek professional help before acting on anything you read or watch or listen to on this website, or in our podcast, or on our YouTube channel, or anywhere on our social media.